She's a genius lawyer who's autistic and obsessed with whales. And she might just be the best introduction to K-dramas in the Korean language and Korean language learning that I've found just yet. But I suppose we'll get into it. I've watched, actually at this point, I finished Extraordinary Attorney Woo, and I get it. I get why everyone fell in love with her. Woo Young-woo is weird, brilliant, and completely unforgettable. This drama isn't just wholesome. It's smart, thoughtful, and for people learning Korean, it's a perfect place to start. So let's talk about it. I don't know how to say it in Korean, but welcome to our first Korean video. Today we're going to be talking about Extraordinary Attorney Woo. Woo Young-woo is this rookie lawyer in South Korea who has autism, and she's the first person with autism spectrum disorder to become an attorney, and she has an encyclopedic memory and a passion for whales and a way of speaking that's beautifully literal, and the show leans into her uniqueness without making it a gimmick. She's not inspirational in a forced way, she's just her. The writing gives her space to be complex, brilliant, awkward, funny, and frustrating, and you're rooting for her because she's real. Probably the most real person of the cast, maybe. Now, I am not someone who is going to stand in my soapbox and talk about how representation of autism has been done right or wrong, but I do think autism in media often gets flattened, right? It's either it's trauma porn or it's quirky genius with no emotional depth. But with Woo, we get nuance. We see that she has boundaries, sensitivities, and moments of joy and fear, and the show lets her lead. It doesn't just try to fix her, it adjusts the world around her while still being a broken world. It's showing how society can be better and include people who think differently, whilst also showing the cracks in the human condition. This show takes place in the present day and talks about how she's the first person with autism to be an attorney. It only makes me think that that isn't something that has happened, or maybe at the time of the show hasn't happened. It's a show that tackles autism, tradition, and relationships. It does all of this. I call it like Law and Order. It's one of those shows that would fit perfectly in American like Law and Order, CSI kind of thing, and I think it's just the way it does it. Now, if you're just learning Korean, I think this show is a blessing. Woo speaks clearly and slowly. The vocabulary is formal but common. It's workplace Korean a lot as well, and there's a lot of repetition. She literally repeats her name every single time she introduces herself, which is great. You know, Woo Young. I'll keep it for myself. I really shouldn't try to do that in Korean, but you get exposure to courtroom and office phrases without overwhelming speed. Everything kind of takes its time. Plus, the emotional beats are visual. You can follow the story without even being able to catch every single word. And I think that's a huge plus for language learners. I've watched it in English, and then I've gone back and watched it in Korean so I can really stick on to it. It's refreshing to be able to slow down at this pace. I think the show also dips into Korean work culture, law, social etiquette, and Woo's obsession with whales. I mean, it's not random, right? It's a metaphor. Whales are misunderstood, powerful. They swim in their own lane, just like her. Watching Woo navigate Korean society shows us so much about what's expected, what's resisted, and what it means to be seen as different in a collectivist culture. Every episode seems to really take an angle without being preachy. It stands on something, but it's really holding the mirror up to Korean culture and to the rest of the world. If you have never watched a K-drama before, I think you need to start here. If you're learning Korean, I think you need to start here. If you just want a beautiful story about a woman finding her place in a world that doesn't quite fit her shape, you should definitely start here. This is Boy Meets East. If you've seen this show, please let me know, right? We're not just doing one single language, we're exploring East Asia. And I'm so happy to be doing a video on Korean, finally. We'll dive more into Japanese, Mandarin, and Korean society, culture, media, treats, and we have a lot more planned. Like, subscribe, and if you have seen it, drop your favorite Woo Young-woo moment in the comments. Until next time, peace.